Yo guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the fastest way to unlock Orion coming towards the end of Modern Warfare 2. Quick before we do get into today's video, if you aren't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, notifications, turn on to miss any more videos on the channel. If you do enjoy it, smash thumbs up, and if you've got any questions or it does help you out, let me know in the comments and I'll get to you as soon as possible, but let's jump straight into it right now. Okay guys, so as you can see, I do have Orion already unlocked. I unlocked this right at the start of the game, not within the first week of it coming out, but now there is a much faster and easier way of actually going about and unlocking this camo, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right now. So obviously the main thing is, if you have multiplayer, it's going to be way easier for you guys, because majority of the time, now at this point in the game, majority of the time there is shipment 24/7, which is for starts going to just speed this process up by an absolute ton. When the game first came out and I got Orion, you didn't have 24/7 playlists. It was just whatever map you got. The only thing you could do is pick the game mode you're playing. You now have shipment 24/7 practically all the time, which is going to make this so easy. Of course, if you don't have multiplayer and you only have Warzone, this could be a little bit more tricky, and this video is going to be more specific to multiplayer because this is the way the method's going to work much easier. But the other difficult thing, guys, about this challenge when I first unlocked it was the fact there was a limited amount of guns within the game. So if we do come and take a look at Orion, I don't have it on every single gun because I didn't bother going to get it on every single gun, but on this one, for example, but as you can see, you need to complete 51 polyatomic challenges. Therefore, you need polyatomic on 51 different weapons to be able to unlock Orion, and then obviously you can go ahead and unlock it on whichever gun you want. Like I said, I haven't unlocked it on a lot of the new DLC guns purely because I just haven't had the time and I haven't really been bothered about it. But yeah, you can go ahead and unlock it on any gun once you've completed 51. So those 51 guns that you've got polyatomic on, you will then have Orion. And like I said beforehand, it was a very long process. You had to go through, you had to do all the launchers, you had to do the melee weapons, you had to do the handguns, you had to do it in order, do you know what I mean? You had to do every single gun that was in the game. Whereas now there's so many DLC weapons, it's made it so much easier and so much faster for you guys to get it, and here's why. So I'm going to start with the order that I would normally do my Orion challenges or my Mastery Camo challenges. I'll do it exactly the same in every single game, and I will start off with my worst one. So I'm going to go, for examples, I will do melee weapons, and then I will do launchers. So I'll do the melees, the knife, the riot shield, and the launchers, because they're the worst ones to do by a country mile, right? Those are just simply the worst ones to do. They're going to take you the longest, they're the hardest ones to do, and that's why I always do them first. Then I might do handguns, or I might get into sniper rifles, or depending which one I really do prefer in this game. If the game's good and it's got good sniping like Modern Warfare 2 does, I've done the snipers after the handguns. So I've done all my secondaries first, and then I moved on to sniper rifles. I've then done marksman rifles, battle rifles, shotguns, LMGs, SMGs, and assault rifles. And the reason I do it in that order, guys, is because whilst you're going for these really bad ones that are just going to tank your KD, it's going to drop your KD really low. Therefore, you're going to get really bad skill-based matchmaking. Whereas if you go into a game and you're using ARs, SMGs, and dropping good games to start off with, when it actually comes to doing those harder ones like the melees, the launchers, and all that sort of stuff, you're going to be in high KD lobbies whilst trying to do really difficult weapons. So I always say start with the lowest weapons that you guys can. Obviously, so most of you would have played the game by now, so you're going to have a KD, but what I would recommend doing if you are thinking about going for Orion, because obviously it does now carry into Modern Warfare 3, and if we do see a Warzone 3, or if it's just going to be Warzone 2, you'll still be able to use it in both Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 3 as well, because the Modern Warfare 2 guns are going into Modern Warfare 3, meaning if I get Orion on the Chimera, I can then use an Orion Chimera in Modern Warfare 3, so it's definitely worth getting right now. And like I said, go ahead and start with those harder ones. However, the order has slightly changed. Don't go ahead and put on your melees and your launchers, because you simply just don't need to do them. You literally do not need to do your melees or launchers anymore, because there are that many DLC guns that you can get away without doing them. So the one set that you definitely want to do, guys, is of course assault rifles. A very easy gun to get done. You know, the challenges really aren't that difficult. They're meta guns, they're easy to use. You know, you can easily get these camos completed, and there are 13 different assault rifles now. You've got 13 different ARs to go ahead and choose from. Like I said, you need 51 polyatomic challenges, and you've got 13 of those in assault rifles. You can go ahead and do the ISO, the M13B, the Chimera, the Kastov 545, M16, STB 556, Kastov 762, Lockman 556, M4, FR Advanced, so the Tempest Razorback, the Kastov 74U, and the TAC 56. You can go ahead, get all of those done. That is 13 towards your polyatomic challenges done. And then I would recommend doing the SMGs. You've then got 10 different SMGs to go ahead and do. So you're already at 23 different guns just from SMGs and ARs. Obviously, if you guys don't have any of these unlocked, there is a video up on my channel, and I'll leave it at the end cards, which shows you the fastest way to unlock guns in the game. You haven't got to go ahead and do the challenges if you don't want to. There is a much easier way to go ahead and do that, and I'll leave that at the end card so you guys can check it out right after that. So here you've now got 23 different guns, and that is just through the SMGs and the ARs. So if you get all of those, you get them gold, you get platinum, you get polyatomic, and you will have 23 different guns with polyatomic on. And then the next one that I actually recommend doing, guys, is going ahead and doing your handguns. And the reason I say handguns is because there is 7 different handguns, I believe, or 8 different. There's 7 pistols that you guys want to go and do. And pistols are pretty easy to do. The challenges are nice and easy. They're really not that difficult. The hardest one is probably long shot. Again, just go into hardcore. It's going to make this much, much easier for you guys. Really recommend doing handguns because they're super easy. They really shouldn't take you that long. And if you do the handguns, guys, with the ARs, SMGs, and handguns done, you're already at 30 different weapons completed, which leaves you with just 21 challenges left, or 21 different weapons to go ahead and get the camos done on. So another easy class to go ahead and do, guys, is the LMGs. Just like ARs and SMGs, they're easy to use, especially if you build them so they're not too heavy. You have them so they've got good ADS speed, good mobility, good sprint to fast speed, and all that sort of stuff. Easy guns to use, again, just like the ARs and the SMGs. Shouldn't take you too long to go ahead and do these. And there is 6 of these, taking our tally up to 36. Shotguns, they're not really that bad either. There is another 6 of those if you want to go ahead and do the shotguns. If you're not too great with shotguns, you can either do the marksman rifles or the battle rifles. Again, you've got a large selection of marksman rifles to go ahead and do, and a large selection of battle rifles. And basically what this is going to allow, guys, is for you to avoid your least favorite guns in a game. So of course you don't really want to be using the knife, the riot shield, or the launchers. They're not easy to do. They're not fun to do. You're not really going to enjoy yourself while you're doing them, and it's going to make you probably want to rage quit doing the camo challenge. So you can literally avoid doing the launchers, the melees, like the riot shield and the knife, and pick out any of the guns that you actually want to go ahead and do. Just remember, you cannot get a polyatomic on a gun unless you have completed platinum for every single weapon within that category. So you can't do half the battle rifles, half the marksman rifles, 3/4 of the ARs, and 1/4 of the SMGs. You have to do the entire group that you're going to start on. So pick out the ones that you enjoy doing, and then, like I said at the start, work your way through the worst ones to the best ones. So you might want to start with marksman rifles and battle rifles, then work your way to shotguns and handguns, and then do LMGs, ARs, and SMGs. That might be the way you want to do it, but like I said, start with the harder ones first, because your KD is going to drop down a little bit, therefore giving you some easier lobbies to complete the harder ones in. And then once you've completed those harder ones, the lobbies are going to be easy because you're starting to use better weapons, so you're going to be a bit of a difference between your KD cap, so you're actually going to start frying and get these other weapons done really, really quickly. So yeah, as I said, just pick out your favorite class of weapons. Just make sure you finish the entire thing. So do the 13 ARs, do the 10 SMGs, do the 7 pistols or whatever I said there was. Go ahead and do the battle rifles and the marksman rifles, the LMGs, the shotguns. You could probably even avoid the snipers. You probably don't even have to do snipers if you don't like sniping. That means you can avoid snipers, melees, and rocket launchers, and just do primary weapons and the pistols. And this is going to be the fastest way to unlock Orion right now, guys. Super, super easy. The weapon challenges for them categories aren't hard. The only ones I struggled with whilst getting the Orion camo challenge done was the melees, like the riot shield and the rocket launchers, because they're just really not that great. They're not fun to use, and honestly, if you can now do it by going ahead and unlocking all of these and just getting these completed, your life is going to be made so much easier, guys. But I hope this video has helped some of you out. If it has, be sure to smash a big thumbs up and let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Like I said, if you guys want to go ahead and unlock these guns nice and quickly, I'm going to show you guys the fastest way of going about doing that, and so you guys can actually find out the fast way of unlocking the guns to be able to go ahead and do what I've just showed you can go ahead and do. And I will leave that at the end card in just a moment, so you can go and check that video out straight after this one. If you have enjoyed the video, smash thumbs up, subscribe, and notifications, turn off if you haven't, and I'll catch you on the next one in a bit. Peace.